Bro, I'll keep it a buck. We're freaking school kids. I thought this was going to be super weeby. You know, I was really kind of on the fence about Lahai-Roi because, I mean, it's like you have Lene and she's like the school student. It's like we're about to go into like this weird like anime phase where we're like school kids and, you know, we have like this, it's like a weird anime series. Don't get me wrong, you know, I actually tend to like those slice of life anime series, but I thought that maybe we were going that direction and how weird it would be for the scope of the game for Wuthering Waves, because I mean Wuthering Waves has this like crazy post-apocalyptic feel, you know, originally when it first came out, and then you have like Septimont, which, you know, is kind of, it's not as, you know, technologically advanced. However, you know, we've always known there's these massive cities, you know, when the game first came out, these massive cities that got blown away. So I mean, we always known the technology was there. So, but I was kind of on the fence about how this one was going to pan out in regards to Lahai-Roi and this whole school type of ordeal and how it would fit in to the Wuthering Waves universe. So I wasn't as hyped about this update as I was about 2.0. However, after doing the entire story, I did the prologue, did Act 1. Of course, Act 2 is not out yet until Morning comes out. But after doing all that, I have to say, y'all, this was amazing. This was super well done, and it fits so perfectly into the scope of Wuthering Waves that honestly, I'm surprised how well they executed. Hey, yo, but first, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. So when you enter this area, it completely just pops out into a full-blown cinematic onslaught that really catches you off guard, y'all. Look at the quality, bro. You can see just how heavily they have reinvested into the game. What is this quality, bro? You were like, what is even going on here? You immediately see, the minute you start this story, you come into Lahai-Roi, you immediately see, oh yeah, Kura Games definitely knows how to reinvest into their product, because this is absolutely bonkers. Like the quality when you first go into here, it's like a freaking AAA game, no business being like, it's crazy how you can see the upgrade every single time they release a new patch, a new update, a new version. You see it constantly. You see the care and the love that goes into this game. And when you first come to Lahai-Roi, you're getting chased by this freaking worm. You're like, bro, this is a freak ton of a way to introduce a region. And they did this splendidly, y'all. Absolutely splendidly. That's the first thing that you notice when you really first come into it. But then you get to this main city, and you're kind of like, okay, well, how's this really going to pan out after, you know, your whole little interaction with Lene? You're like, how's this going to pan out? Is this actually going to be good? And you go in here, and you realize, y'all, it actually fits Survive very well. You know, like I said, I was very much skeptical on the fence about Wuthering Waves going this route and how much it would really feel, you know, towards the relevance of the universe. But it's not like it's just like a high school, you know, typical school like Konami. It's not like that. It's very much fitting to the aura of Wuthering Waves, into the vibe of Wuthering Waves. And it's absolutely amazing how they did it and made it feel so natural to Wuthering Waves with the regions that we just previously had, like Septimont and Raguna of Renacida, and of course the original area as well. It's kind of crazy how it just all fits together, even though they're so different and look so different, feel so different, but they all have that same type of energy, that same type of vibe that lets you know they're part of this world, and they're seamlessly done so, and they're all interconnected. It's very strange how they're capable of doing that with such different and unique aesthetics and ways of presenting things, but they do it. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. One thing that you'll definitely notice off the jump here is just how smooth it is playing this character Lene. I was actually very surprised by this because of, you know, she's kind of rollerblading, and I was on the fence about, oh, matter of fact, I'm always on the fence about when you add like vehicles and stuff. Like for instance, Genshin Impact, when they added Marvika and she has a motorcycle, like I still to this day despise that, because don't get me wrong, she's a very strong character, but her whole gimmick is spin on the motorcycle. Whereas that's not the case here. You know, they actually introduced vehicles here. They did it properly. They did it absolutely intelligently. They did it in a fun way. When I say a fun way, I mean a fun way, y'all. If you look at this, there's a whole road system here. And the crazy thing about this is that you can actually just kind of cruise around and let your bike just do what it wants to do. You can listen to music, you just cruise around. Eventually it's going to hit me with a little checkpoint over here. It's going to give me an option to go on cruise control. Let's see if we can find the spot where it's going to give me that option. I'm not sure where I'm heading towards. Let's see if this actually heads towards it. Eventually it's going to give me an option to do so. You see up there at the top though, there's a music option. You can cycle through your whole playlist of the music within the game, and you can play whatever you want to play in here, y'all. Another nice thing here that you just see right there, you see the T right there? So boom, press T. You can pick up collectibles from a distance. Bro, do you realize how clutch this is? You just pick up stuff from a distance. Just like you're using like an Echo Gather All. How they just recently added that. Of course, when you're off the bike, you have to go and do it hand by hand. But when you're on the bike, you can just roll up from a distance, press T, and that thing collects, bro. That thing freaking collects. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now? Then to boot, you can dismount this bike as such. Here, let me turn around. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Oh, I forgot you can jump too, by the way. You can dismount this bike as well, and you can go right into a combat action. So you see here, boom, boom, right into the combat action, just like so. It's like, bro, come on, dude. It's so seamless how they made this work out so well. It's honestly kind of crazy, and it feels so freaking good. I was very, very skeptical about how it was going to feel implemented, but I am very glad that I was wrong. Very glad that I was wrong to even feel that type of way at all. Don't even worry about that guy right now because we're doing this. Let's see if I can get to a spot where it's popping. So like pretty much if you're on this main roads over here, like it goes around this whole area. Then you can go into like this auto mode. So I want to show you all that so you see it. Okay, so like for instance, you can go to this map, you can go over here, you can enable navigation. It'll show you this route right here. So it actually shows you it, and then you can actually kind of head towards this way. You're within autopilot mode response range. And so I can do autopilot while I was just there within it. Let's see if it jump back, oh, it activates. But you can see this here, and we're within autopilot mode range, and then press it once it pops back up. But look at the bottom right. It'll pop up here in a second. There we go. There we go. So now we're in autopilot mode. So as you see right there, and when you're in autopilot mode, this is really neat, y'all. You can actually hold E here, it takes you to the cinematic mode. You can see this, and you can, two boots, y'all. You can do a ride share while you're in this mode. So you see E right here, hold E. You can choose a character. Choose a character to come ride share with you. Let's have Digi come. Invite companion. You can have her just chill with you. And remember, you can change your music here. So you can go into here, you can select any of the music in the game. Select any of the music in the game. I, for one, really enjoy this track right here. That was from Honami. It was from Honami. Let's see if we can't find it real quick. It was this one, Tangled Flower. I really enjoy this song. I'll have to turn up the but you can just listen and just jam this on, and it's just gonna give you the cinematic. It's just going auto for you. You'll see how it just changes. The camera angle changes, and you're just cruising. It takes you to it's autopiloting to that destination that I set it for. So you can just literally let this happen around the whole outside of the map as well, and just chill, listen to the beautiful music in this game. This music has absolutely gorgeous music. I thought this was such a creative way of really not only getting you to listen to the music, but also really experiencing the areas and seeing the terrain. Oh, this was absolutely brilliant, y'all. This was absolutely brilliant for them to do it like this. Like, absolutely baffled my mind that they did this. Where you can just have this autopilot mode going. Then you have this option to ride share. You can choose a character to come sit on the bike with you. And they show these different cinematics. You can just listen to music as you're cruising through this magnificent Lahai-Roi. This is absolutely crazily well done. This is crazily well done. This is so genius and such a testament to how Kura Games just does not have any quit in their bones in regards to providing new ways to experience the game. And quite frankly, at this point, just trust them. Like, just trust them at this point. At this point, I trust them with the product that they're delivering. You know, it takes a lot to, you know, garner that respect, but Kura Games is a developer, specifically in Wuthering Waves, that has genuinely earned my respect. They have earned it full force. Time and time again, they just completely amaze with how they do it. And see, now we're here. Autopilot done. Took me to this spot. You can just jam. Like, when you're on the bike, you can just put that on whenever. And then look, when I hop off the bike, see the music goes away, right? But then I hop back on the bike, and it actually starts from exactly where I was just at. Starts exactly from where I was at in the song. Dude, it's it's the little things, dude. It's the freaking little things. This is so genius. This is so well done. And so it'll just, you know, it'll just keep going. You can play, circle through, go through whatever playlist. You can also, of course, make your own favorites. So if you have a favorites, you can add your songs to your favorites. Of course, they have this here too, which y'all, if y'all didn't know, there's a Sonic and Persona collab that happened here. So they have some Sonic and Persona songs as well that you can see here. So this is pretty neat as well. So you can just kind of jammy jams in here. But holy smokes, dude, this was done so well. And I really have to give some kudos to this. Because like I said, I was on a very skeptical front about this whole school thing. But like I said, I mean, you can just kind of look at the area and you realize, oh, yeah, you're at the Startorch Academy, but the area is very fitting to the game. It's very much the game vibe. Look at you, look at the artificial sky. It's very much the game vibe. So it's so well done and feels so great to play. Yeah, I should make this take time. Feels so extremely well to play, and it operates so smoothly. It's honestly incredible, y'all. And I really have to give kudos to that. One of the coolest things about these bikes too is that you can customize them as well. Like, it's a whole different system. You can customize them, get EXP for them. You're just like, bro, what is even going on here? You can go in here, you can get EXP for them. See, I can claim this. I got some EXP for this thing. Actually, I don't know what that other thing was that I got there. So, but you can go in here. You got these, obtain some modding points. I need some modding points. You can upgrade your bikes. It's in split second mode by 15 seconds. Increase the echo drop rate in Lahai-Roi. Like, bro, what? Bro, what? You go here, claim these. So this is complete the main story. Get some of those. Complete the platform phase of. You go here. You can customize these. You can change these colors if you want. So we got some new colors here. You guys see these here as well, which we don't have those yet. But you can get these, customize these on each side or whatever you want to do here. So then you can go over on this side, customize that. You want to change that, so you can change each side if you want to do it that way. I can have like a mix match. You go over here, you can change this one. You can. It's crazy, dude. It's so fun to work and play around with this, and also it gives you another reason to be, you know, running stuff and completing stuff. It gives you an achievement to work towards, right? Because you're trying to get stuff for your bike, so you can go and upgrade it and add new stuff to it, and you know, trigger some of this stuff. So it's just, it adds a whole new element to the game that is extremely enjoyable. Extremely enjoyable. Let's just dismount the motorbike and deal damage equal to 12. So this will boost your damage that you deal there. So it applies to a multitude of different things, which is super good, super crazy, and just adds a whole different element of enjoying the game. What is Kura Games doing, dude? They got freaking magicians over there. They got magicians in their freaking their studio in the back, just casting magic. But then the story too. The story is, of course, always going to be an absolute joy, absolute splendid experience that you're going to always have to deal with in Wuthering Waves. One of the big highlights of the game is the story. The story is extremely well done, extremely well written, and this is of no exception. Of course, this is just 3.0, the first act. So I have the Act 2 as well. It's coming in the second half of January when the Morning comes out. So we have that as well that's coming. But from this first act, the prologue, and then the Act 1, you see the greatness of the story and how it's starting to build. You see this dust storm, this void storm over there. So you see how these things operate within the game and how the story is starting to build with these characters and how the rover is interconnecting with all this stuff. And it's just so brilliantly well done. And one thing also I really want to note in here is, now look, y'all may have picked up on this as well, especially in Septimont. You really saw this in Septimont. But y'all, the freaking NPCs, bro. There is no reason for them to just go as ham as they do on the NPCs. The NPCs always look so freaking well. They're so well done. They put so much detail into the NPCs for no reason. Like, so much detail goes into the NPCs, and we saw this really start to show its face in Septimont. Like, you really saw it. But like, a lot of times some of the NPCs can really pass off as like playable characters. Like they're on the fence of they could have been playable characters. So I'm trying to go to the infirmary. All right, so we got to the infirmary over here, and you'll see some of these characters too. It's even crazier when you're just like, when you first get here and you're like, bro, what even is this area? But you'll see this infirmary here. Of course, we have Nana right here, who's like the main chick who kind of provides stuff over here. It's like the main nurse. But you have Nana over here, and the designs are just so well done for NPCs, dude. For no reason, just so well done for NPCs. So much detail added. These NPCs with unique outfits as well. You'll see a multitude of different outfits throughout here, different little accessories and stuff like that. And it's kind of exciting and surprising. Oh wow, last time we were in here, this girl was actually sick. She was laying down. This is the teacher. Now they're in different positions. That's actually interesting how that progressed. But nonetheless, you see there's such a different display of characters here, profiles, such detail added to them as well. So this guy with the hair. Such different details added to them as well. And it's very crazy the attention to detail they give to the smallest things in this game. The absolute smallest things in this game they give attention to detail to. And it's just, honestly, it's one of those things where it's just the little things that really stand out and really make the game a complete picture. It's really impressive when you really stop and smell the roses, right? Sit back and smell the roses, you know? It's very impressive. And I really have to applaud that they do that to like these NPCs and stuff like that to really add to the liveliness of these areas, to these locations, to these towns, to these cities. Is honestly spectacular. Honestly speaking, y'all, I'm just surprised and I'm just amazed by Lahai-Roi, my experience here doing the main story, completely wrapping that up, doing the main story, and just seeing how the city, how this world has evolved in such a high manner, and seeing how they were able to incorporate this world into the grand scope of how the things are, how the story is playing out, the characters involved in it, the little hints here and there of what's to come. Mornier and her connection with her potential connection with Rover, which we don't fully know. All of this stuff is just it's so perfectly delivered, and it is twisted into the world in such a meaningful manner that really gets you excited about progressing through the story and seeing the new areas and having the new characters appear and seeing how the new characters are connected to these other areas. And it's just the whole universe starting to expand more and more and more. And the great thing is that it's all getting interwoven with things that we've seen in the game earlier, not just leaving things from 1.0 or characters or regions from 1.0 that were discussed and just dismissing them. No, you're seeing characters appear from these things, and you're seeing interwoven background stories behind these different areas or different people, different characters. And it's just a really fun story building mechanic that is on full display in Wuthering Waves, and it continues to show in 3.0. But all in all, let's do look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Absolutely freaking gorgeous shot. Gorgeous shot. But nonetheless, y'all, I just wanted to show some praise to Wuthering Waves because it is deserving of it, and because of the fact that I was very skeptical on the whole school stuff, dude. I was very skeptical on that, on how it would really feel and be incorporated into the scope of the game. And it has been incorporated brilliant. Anyway, y'all, that's about it for this one. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what your experience is. Let me know if you got Lahai, and if you did, you're having fun with her. Let me know if you're enjoying the landscape. Let me know what your first thought was when you walked into Lahai-Roi and you get that first cinematic cutscene. You're like, holy smokes, what is going on here? Let me know how much you enjoy this bike riding feature. This bike riding is goated. This was so well done, so well implemented, because the map is so wide, it's so large, and it fits right in. It doesn't feel out of place. You know, I thought it would feel out of place because, you know, we had a glider before that and like a flight thing, you know, where we're flying through the sky. We're gonna have these motorcycles and stuff, but it fits right in. For this map, especially, it fits right in, dude. I don't know how they did it. It's brilliant. How it just all fits the same energy, but it's so different. Don't know how they did it. But anyways, that's about it for this one. Be sure to comment down below, like and subscribe, y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Much love. Holla. Spike content.